So I want to thank everyone for being here. We've got some great people coming onto the team, and I know Jamie just told me about some individuals that are really excited. I think you said Susan, was it Jamie? Are you on mute? You're on mute.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Great. So was it Susan?
We had a team member, Susan Davis Yates, that just reached out to a friend in South Carolina who originally just bought a box of Instantly Ageless, and here we are 3 days later. Judy Dobbins of South Carolina says, you know what, I'm going to join the team and be a part of what you're doing. I'm excited, so I want to welcome her to our team.
Great. You know, this is what's so exciting right now is because this company is in such a momentum. And I think sometimes people think, oh, you know, it's a startup company. It's not. And that's really, I think, what I wanted to start off by sharing a little bit, talking about why, quite frankly, I said yes to this business, because my background is that I've been in the industry and in network marketing many times over. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the last time, maybe it was even the time before, my husband said, if you get in another one, I will divorce you. Good news is he didn't do that, so he's still involved and actually excited about some of the products in this business because they have some really great products. But you know, I have to be honest, when someone started talking to me about doing another network marketing, I just thought, yeah, I'm not going to do it. You know, been there, done it, got the T-shirt. I am not putting that thing back on again. And but then there comes this moment where you go, you know, regret almost always comes from the things that we don't do, not from the things that we do. And not always, but most of the time. And I started really looking at this and thinking, I don't know how I cannot do this. It's just it's all the things that I said that I had a problem with and why I would never do it again. All of those things are not issues in this company. And probably the biggest one is the fact that this company is so strong because they're in 115 countries. And what's so unique about that is that typically these businesses start off here in the United States and then they try to grow and expand internationally. And I know I had someone the other day say, well, you know, Cheryl, you got to look at this business. We're going international. And to them, international was going into Canada. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but you have to understand the power of Jeunesse and where it is. It has grown every single year, actually doubled for the last 6 years, and it is about to hit the billion mark, which is really an amazing feat in and of itself, particularly in the fact that the largest network marketing country in the world just started, which is the United States, a few short months ago. So there is no opportunity, I don't think, that will ever exist like this one, where it's sort of you're in a new business territory, but you're not in a new business, and it's opening up the largest territory that it could possibly open, which is the United States. So that in and of itself is just so exciting in terms of really, so that was the first, well actually that was the second thing that really caught my attention. The first thing that caught my attention is exactly what it was that you said caught Judy's attention probably, and maybe Susan's and everyone else's, is this product we have called Instantly Ageless. And it's the most, and I have a marketing background, so when I saw that video, you know, it's funny because I think that video has, you know, hundreds of thousands of hits, and I'm thinking I've contributed a lot of hits to that video already just myself, because it's so viral in nature in terms of wanting to share it, in terms of watching it, because the results on it in 1 minute and 34 seconds, which is the length of that video. I don't know that I've ever seen a video or a product that has a tripwire, if you will, that leads somebody to want to look at what you're doing. You may just have customers, which is fine, but you also have customers just like what you were talking about, Jamie, where someone saw it, wanted the product, and then upgraded because they want to now do this business because they could see themselves sharing this business. When you really start to dig into this company, the other thing, again, with my marketing background, the other thing that just was interesting to me is you look at companies and you're always hoping they have a home run product. Because if they have a home run product, that will excel a business. And there's some out there that actually have those products. This company, if you look at every single product, and we're not going to get into detail about the product on this particular Hangout, but we will have Hangouts where we do. If you look, though, at their skincare line, If you look at their nutritional line, if you look at their Zen Body, which is their weight loss and fitness line, every single one of those has a story, whether it's stem cell research, the rebuilding patented technology of telomeres, our medical director who actually was nominated for a Nobel Prize for his research in stem cell research. You know, everything, every product, and even the Zen product, which has been getting phenomenal results for people for weight loss. It helps you to lose the fat while building the muscle at the same time, and that's pretty unusual to do, because a lot of times what happens is when you lose weight, you lose muscle. So this product's designed to, you know, allow you to do both of those things, which is such a healthy way to turn your health around, or to lose that weight, or to get in shape, or whatever it is that you need to do. So they have home run products, and they don't have just one like our Instantly Ageless, which is just a slam dunk. Although, you know, it's interesting because the Instantly Ageless product it's the instant gratification product. But if you look at their core products, they're really the home run products, because they are the life-changing. The Instantly Ageless, although if you use it over time, it actually does make some improvement. But their skincare line, if you haven't tried that, it's a phenomenal skincare line. Excuse me. So all those reasons, you know, and then if you look at their compensation model, and I know Jamie, maybe he'll share just briefly when he speaks here in a second, you know, he recorded today the compensation, kind of, you know, making it a little bit easier for people to follow along, or just give a quick hit about it. But it is a phenomenal compensation model, and it's got all kinds of things built into it so that people can make money fast and really feel the rewards of that, plus obviously just having the customer volume that's going to come from the Instantly Ageless. So I'll let him maybe share just a little bit about that. And then, so when I really didn't want to do this business, and I can actually tell you, even after I signed up, I'm saying to myself, I cannot believe I am going to do this again. And then I called Jamie, and I said, Jamie, I know you're not going to believe that I'm going to do this again. And I said, but I know you're just as crazy as me, and are you willing to take a look at this? And you know, and it's funny because that positive energy and that, you know, and when we really started talking about it, we're like, we have to do this. And so that's why we're here, and we're just getting started. But I'll tell you what, the momentum is great, and you know, we've got a great team that we've put together. Jamie's going to be, you know, Jamie and Deidre and Steve and Marcy and those guys are going to be leaders in this too. And I know probably some of you watching are on their team. I look forward to meeting all of you. But you know, we also have some really key players that are doing some unique things about our team that's going to be really special. And I'll just tell you right now, if you're on this team, you're on the right team, because we're going to do things that are going to be so turnkey, and we're going to definitely have the high touch, because there's, I mean, we've got business cards we're designing. We've got different things from a marketing standpoint that we're going to do that are the high touch, and we'll talk about phone scripts and three-way calling and all the things that we typically do for those who, you know, embrace that. And quite frankly, I do. I'm a person to person, so it's hard for me not to do that. It's kind of ingrained in me to build a business that way, and I know it is for Jamie as well. But we're also going to do this a little bit smarter too, in some ways, in terms of our time, because we can really capitalize on this viral product right now by using some tools that I promise you, with Dennis, who's also on our team, and you guys will probably meet Dennis at some point as well. But between the skill set of Dottie with social media, the skill set of George in terms of some of the marketing that he does, the marketing and the things that I do in terms of writing and creating marketing pieces, in terms of the skill set that Dennis brings, which I'm not even sure how to describe Dennis, so we'll just say he's a genius, and I don't know that I know too many people that thinks the way that Dennis does. But what I appreciate is I can say, Dennis, I want to do this, and he'll go, let me think about that, and literally within a few hours he'll call me back and he goes, well, okay, so here's how you can do that, and I love it. So he is putting together systems for just our team that literally are going to be so turnkey that you can just take what we're going to offer and plug into it, and it'll literally be dedicated to you, and you'll start building a list of people that are either going to become your customers or your business builders. We have email campaigns that will be developed behind it. We'll have different target audiences you can pick if you want to target, you know, baby boomers, or if you want to target spas, and you know, those in maybe the health and wellness industry as a whole, if you want to target. So all those things will be coming. The first one we're going to get out of the gate is going to be the one for instantly ageless in sort of a generic way, because everybody can just get out there and share that. So I'm going to actually, Jamie, if you want to turn your mic on, and I'll probably turn mine off here in a second, but I kind of wanted to flip this over to Jamie because there's so much excitement that they're stirring up, and I really want him to talk about why he decided to also kind of take the leap of faith again, because I think it's what it felt like, but I also think we both felt like, how could we not seize this moment? And so that's why we're here. So Jamie, do you want to share a little bit about what it was that, other than me twisting your arm, that brought you back into doing this again?
Sure. Yeah, thank you so much. You know, first of all, I do need to say thank you to you, Cheryl, because you were brave enough to place the call over to me and Deidre and to talk to us a little bit about it. But, you know, I think the why for anything is something that everybody needs to have. And our why was simple for just really three reasons. First of all, you know, we want to be out of debt. The truth is, if we don't change, all of us, if we don't change what we're doing, then a year from now, we're just a year older and we're a little bit more in debt. And so we see this as an opportunity to be able to pay our way out of debt and bring the financial freedom that we truly need in our lives. My parents are out of debt, and I watched how they live. Dave Ramsey says, you know, if you live like no one else right now, then later in life you can live like no one else. And so if you can combine these things, that principle is so true for all of us. The second reason, our second why, is our kids. You know, we want to provide something for our kids that we didn't have growing up and set up a future. I'm in my early 40s, and you know, I don't have a savings account. We don't have medical insurance. We don't have retirement. This is something that we see that can bring those little added pieces of security to our home. And then our third why for Jeunesse is really ties into what we do for a living. Deidre and I are pastors full-time, and we spend our lives really encouraging people, helping people to see the areas of their life maybe where change needs to be brought. And I really see that same concept in Jeunesse, because already, I mean, even just this week, Monday night, as Deidre and Marcy sat in Lisa's home, and there were a group of people there, Deidre was already telling me how the self-esteem and the confidence of one or two of the ladies there, how that already began to grow just from a 2-minute result of a topical cream. I mean, that is insane to me, but it's reality as well. Because people want to feel good about themselves. They want to have a life of fulfillment. Almost 80% of Americans right now don't feel fulfilled in their life. So I really see this as an avenue because Jeunesse, number one, is affordable. There are a lot of companies out there that have a lot of promises. We've been a part of some of them. We've been successful in some of them, but along with the success came a pretty large price, because it was very expensive for us to stay a part of that every month. You know, the way Jeunesse is set up in their comp plan and their requirements, it's just crazy to me that the investment is very, very little, but yet you can reap or yield something back so much larger. So, you know, it's not expensive to be a part of. We're on a fantastic team with you and Dottie and George and Dennis. And listen, I know that others watching this may not know who they are. You guys, there was a show in the 80s called the A-Team. You are on the A-Team. This is it. And, you know, and we've got Dottie sitting there saying, I love it when a plan comes together, you know, with the big cigar. But we're truly a part of an A-Team, because you have some people that have very specific gifts that have come together to truly create something that's not just going to benefit what they're doing, but it's going to benefit the entire team. You know, so I just want to encourage anybody watching tonight. Maybe you were invited to see this and you're kind of thinking this through. You know, I don't really mean to sound too forward to you, but in my eyes, after looking back the last several weeks, there's nothing really to think through. This is a no-brainer. For anybody that should be watching this. Join the membership, decide where you want to start, get to work with your people. You know, I have people think that I'm putting 20, 30, 40 hours a week in this. I'm spending about 7 to 8 hours, and we are building and building fast. I mean, we've already got team members out of state. We've already got team members out of the country. And so it's working. The product is selling itself. And for the first time in our lives and being a part of a direct sales company, for the first time, people are actually coming to us about it, and we're not really having to go find people, because once the word gets out and people see and experience the results, it just ignites something in them. So for those that are watching that are a part of our team, you're excited, you got to know we're doubly excited on this end, because we know what's getting ready to be put into your hands. And it's my desire, I know it's Cheryl's desire, Dottie's desire, everybody that's involved. It's our desire and our heart to see you succeed and to see you get to where you want to go in this company. I have a shirt that I wear on a regular basis. It says, "No pressure, no diamonds." Well, diamond is a level in this company. You got to apply a little bit of pressure. Just put your feet on the ground and start moving forward. Don't listen to any of the naysayers. Don't listen to the people that laugh. You know what? I've had family members that laughed at me for being involved in an opportunity like this, and they weren't laughing when I was cashing $2,000 checks. So this is very real. The opportunity is here. The timing is absolutely perfect. So I would just encourage you to get back to whoever invited you here, and let's get started tonight. And like you, Cheryl, I'm ready to meet everybody and to get face-to-face with everybody and see how we're going to make this thing work.
Great. Jamie, I love your excitement, and you are such a leader. It's so great to hear that, and thank you for all your kind words, but really just thank you for being on this team. And I guess my cat's going to get in the picture here too, so sorry about that. But I guess I wanted to say something back to what Jamie was talking about, though, because when this business is done wrong, it can be a nightmare. But when this business is done right, it is probably one of the most beautiful things that you can be involved with. And I know that sometimes people don't have that experience right away. I will just tell you that if you've ever been in one that hasn't gone quite right, or if you've ever heard some of the stories, and I've been in the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've been in the really ugly at times, and this one is right, and I can just tell you I know that because I've seen when it's not done right, and this one is. And the beauty in that, there's a wonderful book, and we're going to get into when we start doing more leadership training, and I know, Jamie, you love that stuff, so when we get into that more, but there's a really great little book called Balcony People, and that's really what this business is about. It's about the people that are in the balconies and who are there, who are seeing your potential, who want you to succeed, who are there lifting you up and helping you to get to that next level, and they believe in you. Sometimes even before people believe in themselves, they believe in you. But then there's the basement people, and those are the people that are going to say, why are you doing this? They almost don't mean to, but it's almost like out of concern, but sometimes they don't want you to succeed, because if you do, they might have to look at themselves, and sometimes people don't want to do that. But the whole goal of that book is not that you need to cut those people out of your life, because you know what, a lot of times they do love you, and there's a lot of wonderful people in your life that just don't want to build a business like this. But the whole goal of that book is for you to become a balcony person for other people. And I love that, because as you get involved with this more and more, you'll see that that's what this is about. It's about lifting people up. And along the way, guess what? We get to make a lot of money. So if we have fun, we make money, we make a difference, those things can go together. And when it's done right, it's a truly beautiful business. So that's what we're about. We want to do things in a way that we're always looking for the positive in people and helping them and lifting them up. And you know what? If people don't want to be around that, they'll leave. So we're going to attract that type of person into our business, because that's who we are, and that's how we want our business to build, or on the fact that we're going to love on people and we're going to help them succeed. So Jamie, thank you, because your words were perfect. You do have to have a why. Sometimes, though, the why can be just wanting to be around this excitement and this energy and this positive energy that we're going to have on this team. So the last thing I kind of wanted to close with is just to kind of say there's some ways to plug in, and I hope I didn't put up a slide here for this. So, we do have a Facebook page, and I would like everybody to, it's a secret one, it's just for our group, But we're going to be putting up a lot of things on that page, so if you can get yourselves. And also, I know, and Dottie's going to say, Cheryl, you should have said this sooner. So, but down below, actually, where we are on this page, because you're probably on the Jeunesse Empower Team page, which, by the way, is going to change to Yes, not Jeunesse. It's going to be Yes Empower Team, because we didn't realize we don't really want to use the Jeunesse title, but actually we fell in love with the Yes Empower Team because we are going to be saying yes to Jeunesse. Yes stands for Youth Enhancement System, and eventually we're going to have T-shirts that we're going to try to do that say Cheryl said yes to Jeunesse, and everything we're going to do is going to be about saying yes, and so we're going to be the Yes Empower Team, and that's what from now on. We do have both links up right now, but eventually we'll just have the YesEmpowerTeam.com link that you'll go to watch these Hangouts. There may be some other ways to do it through 22 Social, which is a Facebook platform. We may be setting that up as well. But for right now, that's where you would come to. But down below this, you'll see there's a place where you can type in, like some comments. You can tweet out from there. You can put Facebook posts. So please, if you're watching this, go down there and just do that now, because that's how we start to create some activity. We start, saying, hey, we're on a great Hangout right now. And we really should have done this at the beginning, so this is part of my learning curve, remembering to do those things. It's funny how much I realize I rely on Dottie, but that's the strength of a team, right? And so I'm learning from her, and doing these Hangouts, and she's been walking me through tutorials, and so it's been great. But I know there's some things that she just does, and I've just sort of leaned on that. So now, without her being here, I'll have to pick up the slack and make sure I've got those things going. But down below, please, if you're on this call, just type in there if you're excited, or if you like, product, or if there's something, or and you can tweet it out, Facebook it out, share it out. So please do that, because that shows activity on our page, and it lets other people know that we're here and that we're doing this. So if you can do that, that would be wonderful. And then the other thing is to go to our Facebook page, which I just mentioned, and it is, what is our Facebook page called? Yeah, I thought I had it written down here. It is, well, actually, it is still the Jeunesse Empower Team, because we can't change that, which is okay because it's a secret group, so it doesn't matter. So that one actually is Jeunesse Empower Team on Facebook. So if you can find us, and then Jamie, if you have anyone on your team, just get them, plugged into that Facebook page so that they can, put in, because they have to be accepted, but you could send an invite and get accepted onto the team. And then we're also going to have a Skype Hangout group, or on Skype. I shouldn't say Hangout because that's Google, but we're going to have a group on Skype as well. And I know I talk to Jamie all the time on Skype, and that one is, it's also, just look for Jeunesse, but we're also the Yes Empower Team on there. So everything's going to be switching over to the Yes Empower Team, except the Facebook group, because we already had it set up and you can't change it. And we've already got some things on there. As we move along, there'll be more and more and more out on that Facebook page. So, there's other ways we'll get information out, but that's going to be one of the main ways. Even if we're calling like a Skype session, we'll do it on Facebook. So just if you can plug into that, that's going to be the best thing to do. So as you bring people in, make sure they're plugging into that Facebook page as well. We're also, just so you know, there will be some co-ops that we're going to do for probably some different marketing strategies around whether it's Facebook marketing and different things like that. But the good news is that when we do a co-op, it's because we will have already tested something to make sure that we've got something that we're putting out on Facebook that's going to work. So we'll test it in a small way when we know it's actually a good one, because you have to keep tweaking those. When you finally hit it right, it'll go and spread like crazy. And we've got some today that we're working on, and as soon as we know that those are going to be valuable, then we'll come back, and if anybody wants to get in on the co-op with that, they can. But you're never going to have to go into a co-op that we haven't tested yet. They'll always be tested so that you're not taking a risk in terms of knowing that you're going to get results if you want to do that. And that's completely optional, but that's some of the things that we're going to put out there for the team. And everything else that I talked about earlier, it's all free to the team. We just want to make it so you can make this, so that you can do the work that we really want to do, which is reach out to people and not be bogged down by some of the stuff behind the scenes that, where you're trying to figure things out and get links and do all that kind of. We just want to make this really simple for you. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm sure we'll continue to improve and grow in that area. But I'll just let you know we got a lot of really great things on the table for that. you know, the team that we've assembled are all playing a role in that. And Jamie, just real quick, if you want to take your microphone off one more time, I just wanted to ask you. I know you recorded today the compensation piece again, and how long did that end up? How long did you end up on time with it this time?
I was able to get the entire presentation. It's just a real brief overview, really focusing on the first 4 ways that we can earn income, because I really do believe if we can focus on the first 4, the 5 and 6 will come eventually with that. So it's about 14 minutes. I go through it and try to be as clear and concise as I can. And you can find that on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and just search for our page, it's called Defining Young. It should take you to our page, and then you can subscribe to it. So anytime I continue to post videos, which I'm going to do 2 or 3 more through the weekend and have them up, I'm going to show people how to place individuals right and left. I'm going to show them how to navigate their back office, and you're just going to be able to do it by watching what I'm doing in my back office. Because as questions come into me, I stop and think, hey, this would be great to put on a Hangout or on YouTube so people know exactly what they're doing. So again, it's called Defining Young. Just search that in the search bar on YouTube. It should bring it up. Right now we just have the comp plan video on there. And then just subscribe to it. That way when we add new training videos, you'll be able to see what's going on. Great,
great. Thank you. And you know, I love it because our team is just coming together and everybody's putting their talents into it, and that's what's going to be wonderful. So thank you everyone for, you know, being on the call and or being on the Hangout and joining us. Just get out there and share this thing. And I'm telling you, I mean, and I know you probably all know this, but that product is right now growing so fast, and but we're right at the beginning. And you know, and Jamie's right. We already have people from Singapore that just joined the team. We have someone else from Greece. We have somebody who might be coming on from Romania, and that's in a relatively short period of time. And you know people who know people all over the world. And it doesn't really matter what country you pick. Jeunesse is probably already there, and that's just almost unheard of. And so, you know, guys, really appreciate what you've got your hands on. Do not sit on this, because that product, and I think you probably have heard this, but that product sold out $1 million worth of inventory in 17 minutes. If you don't think that that's like something that you want to grab hold of and ride right now, to get that in front of people and share, plus the little packets. I haven't seen the new little packaging yet. It's on order, but when that comes in, I mean, that's going to be so easy to share out with people, even personally. But again, we'll have all these other things that you can tap into to get it out there virally as well. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Again, make some posts down below, and you know, let us know if you're gung-ho and excited, or something that, you know, you've had a good product experience. Whatever it is, just put some things out there so that we can start to create some momentum on that. And then join us on Facebook. And thank you. And hopefully Dottie will not give me too much grief for being a little slow on the take here. I hope it's recording, and I think it is actually. And then also making sure that we're all plugging in, you know, in the future. So right now, I think next week, I don't know. I actually have to look at the schedule. We may have something on Monday night as well. Is that right, Jamie? Do you know on the schedule? Yeah, I think it is too. So anyway, just okay. It's on the page that you're on, so it should say exactly when the next ones are coming up, and we'll start doing some product and leadership as well as a call like this again next week. So thank you, everyone. Wonderful night. Thanks for being here, and Jamie, thank you so much. Love your energy and your leadership. Really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Cheryl. Appreciate it.
Good night, everyone.